Good morning, America, and welcome to the Heavy Montes Morning Show. I want you to know that I have a lounger in my mouth because Heavy Monte suffers from severe allergies. I'm allergic to everything trees, and I've been tested too, grass, bushes, milk, you understand? So I have those lozenges this morning to help me from coughing so much. But anyway, America, what I want to say to everybody here is that Donald Trump, okay, is a pedophile, they say. And the news has been coming out, America. I have it right here on my phone. I cannot keep up with the amount of maggot pedophiles. Okay? Can't keep up with them. They're doing all kinds of things, child children. Now, Donald Trump's spiritual leader, a big buckety buck, they say, just got caught having sex with a 12-year-old. They covered up for him. He's supposed to get 10 years. He's getting, they say, 3 months for having sex with a 12-year-old, they say. Church spiritual leader, okay? And America, I want to go on a little further. You know, I have my phone here, and I have, okay, a ton, okay, a ton of people who they say in the Republican Party that are pedophiles. So we'll be posting it up on our YouTube channel, pictures up. So the spiritual leader of Donald Trump, more than one, America, more than one of them are pedophiles. Matter of fact, the list of pedophiles in the Republican Party who are currently under criminal investigation or being arrested and put in jail is huge. Bet you 50, 60, 70, 80 of them. Because that's what they do. It's a pedophile ring. Okay? A pedophile ring. You understand? Full of gay men also. You know what I'm saying? That that are in the Republican Party, don't want to come out like Lindsey Graham, don't want to tell nobody. Don't want to come out like Mike Johnson, don't want to tell nobody. You understand? So you shouldn't be mixing that shit with politics. It shouldn't matter if you're gay. It shouldn't matter if you're transgender. Huh? That shit shouldn't matter, you know? But the Republican Party makes it, a subject. Because they use anything to hurt us, you know? So I want to say that on the Heavy Montes website, we're going to be putting pictures of every last one of the goddamn pedophiles out there, hmonte.com. We're still working on the website, okay? And whatever is coming, gardening is over, and I have plenty of time to get it up. And we'll get that website up and get the information you need, get the newsletter up, get the information you need, because every month they ain't playing around. This is a life or death situation, America. You can sit back there and be afraid and don't speak out and don't subscribe to the Heavy Monday YouTube channel because you're afraid. Yeah, you're afraid. You know, don't be afraid. You understand? Why would you be afraid of an orange man like that? They're coming to the end, America. He's trying everything. But he has no one on his side except the Supreme Court. You know what I'm saying? They're scared because they know we're kicking their ass out. They're talking about impeaching John Roberts, and he needs to go. So he's a bullet suppressionist. You know what I'm saying? And we should not have anybody on the Supreme Court that does not have high morals. Hmm? If you're Clarence Thomas, you understand, and you're doing the stuff you're doing, you should be kicked off. Huh? Democrats, he should be kicked off. I don't fight and impeach that son of a bitch, Clarence Thomas. John Roberts, he need to go. Okay? They said that every last one of them Supreme Court justices are involved with some shaky shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? Because if you're a Republican, you're a criminal most of the time. You're a racist most of the time. You see what I'm trying to tell you? That's what I tell everybody to join the Heavy Monte Democrat registration drive and get the hell out of that Republican Party. Okay? And I'm not nice. You understand? I'm not nice to Republicans. Okay? That stand with Donald Trump. Because you're standing against my family. You're standing against women. You're standing against people of color. And you're standing against Hispanics. And you're standing against God. Because there's nothing God-like about a criminal, pedophile, misogynist party. Now, Heavy Monte has made this statement before, and I'm going to make it again, America. Donald Trump is an evil son of a bitch. Okay? And I don't have to tell you. And he has no business being president of the United States. He has the lowest approval rating of any other president. So what the hell are we waiting for? Hmm? Are we going to continue Republicans? Because the Republican Party, the people in the House and the Senate, ain't no better than Donald Trump. They're all nuts. They're all crazy. Who in the hell would stand up, Lindsey Graham, and support a pedophile and block the American people from knowing if he is a pedophile, a Republican? Because they're evil. You understand? They redefine religion, redefine Jesus, redefine everything. They're criminals. You see? And so you can't be dealing with them, you know? And you can't give them any opportunity. You got to get the hell out of that freaking party. You know, a demon. And the Republican Party is an evil demon. When you go to those rallies, you get infected by maggots and you become magnified. Understand? You know what I'm saying? You become hateful and mean and abandon everything except the cult leader. Now, in America, I'm going to tell you a little story. I said yesterday that Americans are all black people because black people, represent the fight for freedom. Black people know how it is to be slaves. huh? Know how it is to walk by a statue of Robert E. Lee. Know how it is to be treated badly by your government and have your leaders assassinated by the federal government, huh? The FBI, huh? The FBI. hmm You know, the damage to black people. Now the FBI is doing it to you guys because you allowed it. You said, okay, the black people are bad. You know, now I don't understand something. All you so-called white people, to look yourself in the face. Somebody is telling you that black people are doing better than you because the government helped them. They helped us doing Jim Crow. Did a good job, huh? They helped us doing lynching. Allowed it, huh? Allowed our citizens to have to count jelly beans in jars. Allowed it. Allowed the mass butchery and savagery and rape of all these black women and children and men. Okay? You understand? That's what black people have been through. You know what I'm saying? And black people and minorities and white people and all of us out here, liberals and everybody else who don't give a damn about skin color, stick together and work. These red states, they got to lift their own self up by their bootstraps. They continue voting for these goddamn old nasty governors like the one in South Carolina, the reincarnation of Robert E. Lee. Huh? Look at that governor in Texas. Huh? It's the government. It's the local level America. Hmm? Those are the ones that are ruining your freaking life and telling you the Democratic Party ain't no good. But now you know. Now, I heard a prominent maggot. This maggot will die before you say anything good about a liberal. And I got to tell you, this maggot came on TV and said the Democratic Party was right with every damn thing they said about Trump and the Republican Party. You'll fall. Look it up. Find out for yourself who said it. A very important Republican, a militant, a racist, a misogynist said that the Republican Party ain't worth a damn. Okay? Now, we have this criminal Republican Party. And here we keep saying it, the House and the Senate, full of freaking closeted, homosexuals and lesbians, they say. Okay? You understand? That's what they say. I don't know how true it is. You understand? Uncle Tom's. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say that Republican Party is made up of. Tim Scott, Brian Donald, telling black people that, Jim Crow was good. Brian Donald, I'm a 7-year-old man, and I was raised up in Jim Crow. Huh? Couldn't use the bathroom. You understand? Had to be home by 6 o'clock. Was almost killed by a policeman just for walking downtown. You know what I'm saying? Told me to get the hell out of the city and get home before 6 or he gonna mess me up. You know, my mother's first cousin was hung, lynched in front of his freaking children. Excuse me, his freaking children. He told me this at my mother's funeral. I was having a obituary. He just said it out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask him any questions because I didn't want to talk about it because the family was already upset over my mother's death. But he told me. And when he preached the sermon, he said, "That's my cousin laying in that freaking box, uh, who've been through all of that stuff." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my mother, a black woman. You understand? Who Charlie Kirk put down, who Donald Trump is the Republican Party is attacking black women. Because black women, you know, did what America said to do, the American dream. Huh? My mother, I keep telling you, you guys just stop. You understand? Refuse food stamps, refuse public assistance, got another freaking job. Huh? My mother had to work, had to walk almost a mile to the freaking bus station in America to get a bus to go to work to feed her freaking children. You understand? Yeah. And she did it. So don't you ever talk any shit about my mother, Charlie Kirk, because I told you, if you were alive right now, me and you'd be talking to each other. You understand? You know? See, but I didn't have to do anything to you because your hate destroyed you. You understand? Your hate. And Donald Trump hate is going to destroy them. We don't have to hate them Democrats. All we got to do is sit back right now. Because no one in America, nobody approve of Donald Trump. No one in America approve of the Republican Party. That's a lie if they tell you that. Huh? Because I'm telling you, I have some serious, serious maggot friends. I'm talking about die hard. Okay? They ain't messing with Trump. If I had them in the room right now, they'll tell you. We've been tricked. We've been pranked by a madman. The entire Republican Party right now exists to protect a pedophile, to protect a convict. They shut the government down to cover up the Epstein files. You know what I said that? Even though the Republican Party hate the American people and they use it as an excuse, who in their right mind, okay, what type of freaking political party would take away health care and give all this money to the billionaires and come out with a straight damn face and blame the Democrats? Huh? So this should send a message to all you voters out there. When they always calling the Democrats name, you understand? They never call the Democratic Party by their names. They call the Democratic Party all these crazy names, but you know that's not true. Huh? You can see what the Democratic Party is. And the Democratic Party right now is your savior. Huh? Your personal Jesus. Because if you don't vote Democrat and you vote for the Republican Party again, you're screwed. Bomber. You understand? You're screwed. If you vote for Republican governor, school board member, local government, you're screwed because these people hate America. And they said they want to kill 200,000 of you and create an all white nation, which is going to be impossible because they ain't no white people. See, they ain't none. Greeks, you ain't going to make it. Italians, oh, you're done. Okay? And any of you countries out there that got dark complected people similar to Italians, you're not white. Okay? So they're going to have a hard time. They ain't going to be able to find no white people, so they just pick people. Like that Stephen Miller. Huh? Is that an example of a superior human being with a high intellect? Somebody who's going around telling people with that racist shit? You see what I'm saying? And the Republican Party has done one good thing for us, America, for the Democratic Party. Huh? They weaponize the Department of Justice. They can't say a goddamn thing about us putting them motherfuckers in jail. Huh? And the first one I want to see in line is Jim Jordan and that fucking Perry. I want to see both of them up there. I want them to make those bastards go in front of the Supreme Court. Excuse me, of the Congress and testify, Jim Jordan. I want you to testify about what happened, with those wrestlers, huh? I want Scott Perry to testify what you did. I want that Tommy Tuberville to testify, go in front of the Congress and say, look, you know what I'm saying? This is what I did. You understand? Huh? Because you have a criminal party. Ted Cruz, criminal party. You understand? Saying the most ridiculous thing. And Ted Cruz came out and he said that the Democratic Party should stop messing with pedophiles. He said pedophiles should be able to do what the hell they want. Huh? That's what he said. Slip up, they said. No, he thought that. Huh? because Donald Trump is the guy that they found to do what they wanted to do. Donald Trump is a goddamn fool. I'm sorry. Okay, I would have not run for president the second time. I would have negotiated something. You know what I'm saying? But he comes out, pardon all the people, got ICE. You know, they say that these people who they're hiring at ICE was on the January 6th. We have traitors running the freaking country. Traitors that that defecated on the floor. They're in ICE. Huh? They're the people, who destroy the Capitol, okay, and try to kill these people. They're the ones, huh, who doing this shit to the Hispanics. You see what I'm saying? These criminals, right along with Donald Trump, a criminal freaking organization. Now, I want to say something to you, America. This is very important. Okay, no American can honestly vote for a Republican. You can't. You need to do your freaking homework. You understand? Do your homework, America, okay, before you vote for a Republican. There's no reason. What is he going to do to you for you? Get you a job? Huh? Tell you to love your neighbor, improve your church? No. They're telling you that they want to destroy our government, and you voted for that shit. And now you're crying, farmer. Now you're crying for your snap. Now you've been exposed, red states. You've been exposed as a bunch of clowns. So you better make amends. You understand? You better go out and tell everybody, in your churches, wherever, you better not vote for a freaking Republican because we won't have a country. You understand? I want to say something to you guys. I was stationed in Korea, and Korea was just coming along. And Korea was hard over for those people, after the war. I saw what was going on with them. Okay. I was stationed in Germany. I saw what's going on in Germany. I've traveled all over Europe, okay? All over the place. Countries and places that you wouldn't even imagine. I lived there a long freaking time. And without Europe, America is nothing. Where are you white supremacists going to go? Huh? When Europe falls, you let Vladimir Putin kill him after you destroy America. You see what I'm trying to tell you? Huh? Because Americans are in a lot of goddamn trouble. And it's not us liberals are in trouble. It's the Republicans. They'll kill each other. You know what I'm saying? They will. They're fighting each other right now. You know what I'm saying? All these shooting and assassinating attempts, it's the Republicans. They do all this shit. Because they're animals. Huh? They're animals. They're dogs, just like Heavy said. You know what I'm saying? A dog will bite you. A dog will put up a Confederate statue and ridicule black people. A dog will do the stuff they do uh, to gay people and stand in front of the bathroom and embarrass a transgender person, somebody who's trying to, make it to change their life because they feel they're a woman, and you come in there with that shit. That's sad, America. That is sad. What the Republican Party has done to this country. Don't vote for them. Don't vote for them all because you'll be voting for a pedophile. Don't vote for them, you'll be voting for a pervert. Don't vote for them because you'll be voting for the enemy of God. They're saying they want to destroy the government, which is you. Don't be a dumbass. We, the people, are the government. How in the hell are you going to give your power to a political party like the Republican Party? You give them the power now. So this is the before and this is the after. So before, I could understand, you saying this shit, okay? Because they had a machine, Fox News. Let me explain something to you, America, all you Republican voters, before I go. I'm going to keep the Saturday show short. The Republican Party says that they are Nazis. Okay, Ray Gutfield said it. We're Nazis. Okay, the Republican Party said that they want to kill 200,000 people, million, and make it a white nation. The Republican Party said to women, "Your body, your choice, their choice." The Republican Party said that black people in the federal government, because I told you the federal government is one of the most racist organizations in the world for black people, under both Democratic and Republicans. Okay. They're just racist. You know what I'm saying? So these black people in the Republic that's working in the federal government got to be real good, or you don't get in the federal government. You understand? You can be a clerk typist and they're fighting for that job. They're trying to take it away and give it to their daughter, give it to their son. Huh? You see what I'm saying? Corrupt. So I don't give a damn. You understand about that shit? That's the reason I retired. Huh? I retired. I got out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So happy. Hey, I lost 135 pounds after I left the federal government dealing with that racist bullshit in West Virginia. You know what I'm trying to tell you? You know? And after you retire, you gotta look at Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? He's tearing down one of the great. Now I'm gonna be honest with you now. Even though the federal government was racist, it was a great organization. Huh? They know what the hell they're doing. You know what I'm trying to say? But you know, as a black man, I was dealing with racism all my life. Wasn't nothing new. You understand? You know, I know I wasn't one of them. Never gonna be one of them. As long as I'm black. You know what I'm saying? What kind? Where'd you get the necktie from? Why? How can you afford that car? How can you afford this house? Wow, you're doing great. You're doing better than me. Huh? You can't be better than me because you're white. Because I'm white. You see what I'm trying to tell you? That's the type of shit that was going on, and that's the type of shit that's going on now. You got these white people. Okay, look at they did Brian Scott and Brian Donald. Look at they did all these black politicians. Huh? Black politicians went out and said Donald Trump, we're gonna do something for you and help you. And he didn't give one of those black people a job. Not one. But he don't disrespect you. He hates you. Because he thinks that you smarter than him. You represent Obama. You see? And my dog is smarter than Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the dumbest motherfucker on the fucking planet and the most hated. Huh? And he don't need to be president of the United States. We need to get rid of that motherfucker. Straight up. You to go. 25th Amendment, block him out. And the Supreme Court, that fucking Supreme Court got to go. Ain't nobody got no confidence in them motherfuckers. They worst shit in the world. Now, Republicans. Liberals take over the Supreme Court and do everything they want to do, which will be good for you. You know what I'm saying? It'll be good for you because liberals are do what they're doing. They work for the people. You won't be able to say shit. Huh? But when the Republican Party take over the Supreme Court, look what they've done. Look what they did. They took over the church. Look what they've done. Huh? They've taken over all these red states and stop blaming the Democratic Party. Give us the power and get the fuck out of the way. Huh? You don't know what the fuck you're doing? Huh? And sit there and cry and tell everybody, oh, the Democrats, the Democrats, the Democrats. Huh? You know? Now, the Republican Party is caught in a trap on the shutdown. It's still shut down. You know what I'm saying? They can consider Democrat, Democrat, Democrat all they fucking want. Donald Trump's been in power for over 100 days, over a fucking year. Huh? Stop. You can't blame Democrats. Hmm? But blaming the Democrats does one thing, America. They're crying for help. So please, the Democrats, help us. Help us. Give us the power. And don't vote for a Republican again. Because they're all pedophiles. They run a pedophile ring. They're all, a bunch of them are closeted gays. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of them are closeted lesbians, but they don't want to tell nobody, right? Which I don't understand why. Huh? I just don't understand that your ideology is so corrupt that you can't tell nobody who you are. And I'm pretty sure that people will give up. They'll care the Republican Party because they're crazy as hell. But I don't think people will care too much if Lindsey Graham come out and say I'm gay. They'll just be mad at him because he did a lot of things to hurt women and gay people. But who will be mad at him? Well, for what? Huh? Nobody be mad. You see? All right, this is the Heavy Monte Morning Show. Just a little rambling this morning, I'm trying to tell you. And I having a little bit of fun. But don't vote for Republicans. Remember, Heavy Monte, we're coming out with the pedophile edition. We got pictures. Pictures. Donald Trump, leading spiritual advisor, was caught having sex with a 12-year-old girl. And it looks like everybody, okay, that's dealing with Donald Trump is a pedophile. Now, you see what I'm saying? And see, Jeffrey, Epstein had a thing going, and Donald Trump probably too. They put people in bad positions, and they blackmail them. You see what I'm saying? For money and shit. You understand? That's what they do. You know, and so he had something. He got something on Trump's ass. You know what I'm trying to say? They said that Trump's a closeted gay. You know what I'm saying? I believe it after we did that microphone. Donald Trump is an evil, evil man. And he was placed on earth by God, in my opinion, to show the world who and what America is. So America must come back, get rid of them damn Republicans and send them away forever. They can't ever rule again because they're not going to stop this shit. They're going to continue doing what they're doing. Huh? And also, they're setting traps for themselves. Last thing I want to say, okay? The Republican Party, okay, are setting traps, they say, for the Democrats. And the one big trap that they set it was that the cowards that took away your Medicaid and your SNAP and all this shit and your health care didn't want this stuff to happen on their watch. So they set all of the bad shit to happen when the Democrats are in. So the influencers, Fox News, and all of them can make some more money, telling everybody, "Oh, this economy is real bad. You know, you gotta get rid of these Democrats. I don't know what the hell they're doing." Because the corporate news would be on the Democrats' ass because the corporate news ain't worth shit. But we ain't never going back to corporate news again. Well, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? They're done. You know what I'm saying? ABC, CBS, CNN, MSNBC, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I still up with MSNBC. And MSNBC made like a fool. So I don't fuck with MSNBC no more. The only person on MSNBC that I watch is Nicole and Lawrence O'Donnell. Okay, the rest of them kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know. So anyway, all I want to tell you is that the Republican Party is crooked. And you can see it for yourself. Heavy don't need to tell you. Please register as a Democrat. Get the fuck out of that Republican Party. See my language. You know. And also, please subscribe to the Heavy Monte YouTube channel. We've met our goal of 500. Now we want to go for 1,000 America. You understand? 1,000 people. All right. Have a great day, America. 1,500 subscribers. Thank you. Friends and family, all my friends on Blue Sky, all my friends on Facebook, and now Instagram. Hey, Instagram. They love me on Instagram too. All right. This is the Heavy Monte Morning Show, America. I hope you got something out of it. Okay? Because it's early in the morning. But Heavy is happy and Heavy is saying, never, ever vote for a Republican. And I am so proud of myself that I made it through the day without an allergy attack. Have a great day, America. And enjoy yourself. And enjoy the fact that we're going to put that damn Donald Trump ass in jail with all of his goddamn cohorts. And that Supreme Court got to go. This is Heavy Monty for the Heavy Monty Podcast, the Heavy Monty Comedy Show. Have a great day. And please subscribe.